Hello students. So we continue our discussion on case taking. We already discussed in previous presentation the aphorism number 83 and 84. So here also in this presentation I again start with aphorism number 84. Okay, so in this presentation I am going to discuss three aphorisms 84, 85 and 86. Now why I am taking this 84 number aphorism again is the purpose is so that we have continuity of discussion. Okay, so these three aphorism Dr. Hahnemann continues with the instructions to the physician. Okay, so in 83 we saw definition of case taking, we saw the qualities of physician required for case taking. Now actually the action of physician starts, and how does he start his case taking? It is already said that case taking is an art. So how does the physician begin? With the case taking. Okay, so he will get the information of the patient sufferings from three sources basically, that is patient himself, then about his relatives, and then the physician himself. Okay, so see this first point, the physician sees, hears and remarks by his senses. We already saw that the qualities of physician required in aphorism number 83, that he should have sound senses. So sound senses means what? The spatial senses. So the physician will see the patient, will observe the patient, he will hear his narration. Narration means he's talking with the physician, and remarks by his senses. So physician he will remark with his senses, means what? He will observe the patient, he will listen to the patient, and if any further inquiry if he wants to make, he will do so if necessary. So the information, the unusual characters about him, so the patient will be talking about the unusual characters. So physician writes down this accurately, all that patient and his friends have told, and he will first keep silence himself. He will refrain from interrupting patient's narration, and he will tell in the beginning to the patient to speak slowly, and he will stop the patient only if he wanders off मतलब भटक जाता है. Okay, so every interruption breaks the train of thoughts of narrators. So what are the instructions to the physician? That he will first tell the patient to speak slowly, and he will ask the patient to continue with his narration. He will not interrupt the patient in between, and he will interrupt only if he wanders off. Wanders off means he leaves the track and some other things he discuss which are not related. Okay, so the physician will observe the patient and he will remark by his senses. So what he will remark? He will, the unusual characters about the patient are very important, and the physician will ask the patient to continue his narration about his sufferings. Physician will write down all the patient's symptoms accurately. So why this sentence has come? We already saw the qualities of physician are fidelity in tracing the picture of disease. So physician writes down the symptoms accurately, and he is faithful to what patient is narrating. If patient is telling that I am getting burning, the physician should write down burning. He should not interpret in any other way, like say it is the cutting pain, or it is hurting pain, or it is the other type of pain, splinter like pain, etc. So physician writes down accurately. So the two qualities of physician are here again underlined, that is his sound senses, that is spatial senses, that is his vision, his sense of smell, his sense of hearing, the touch. So all these points very important with respect to the physician. And second important quality of physician, the faithfulness in tracing the picture of disease. So he'll note down accurately whatever the patient tells him in the patient's language, and he will keep silence, he will not interrupt the patient, and he will tell the patient to speak slowly. And why he will tell the patient to speak slowly? Because he can write down the symptoms as the patient starts his narration. Okay, so he will not interrupt, and when he will interrupt, only if the patient wanders off. Wanders off means what? He leaves the track of discussion relevant to the patient's sufferings and the inquiry of the physician. So in 84 there are instructions to the physician. Okay, so we go further. In 85 aphorism, the case taking, the instructions to physicians are regarding how to write in the case record. How to write in the case record. So in the previous aphorism we saw that the see this, the last third line tells the patient to speak slowly. And why this is the most important instruction? So that physician gets time to write down as the patient narrates his sufferings or narrates his the whatever he wants to describe about himself, about his sufferings. So here the physician will begin with fresh line with every new symptom. He writes the symptoms one below other. He will write the symptom one below other, and he so that he can add later when first appeared symptom was vague but later on explained in detail. He can add any characteristic symptom mentioned later on. So first instruction to the patient to speak slowly. Then second, physician begins with every new symptom he will write in a fresh line. Okay, he will write the symptoms one below other. Okay, so that if any detailed information he gets afterwards, he can also add there. Okay, so symptoms are arranged nicely. See, this symptoms should be arranged nicely. So many of us now, our stalwarts have taught us to write down in the location, sensation, modality, concomitant format, or many are telling us to write down the origin, duration, progress, presentation, so that the physician gets the clarity of the patient's sufferings. Physician begins with fresh line with every new symptom. Again I repeat, so that he can add afterwards any detailed information he gets, and he will write down one below other. So see how Dr. Hahnemann is so meticulous in giving us the small instructions of how to write down in the case record. So the symptoms are arranged nicely. Okay, and it is easy to look for important symptoms. So the how the data is to be recorded in the case record. So symptoms are arranged nicely, easy to look for important symptoms. Add any data afterwards. You can add any data afterwards. It helps in the analysis and evaluation of symptoms and helps into further inquiry. So remember, after this case taking is over, the physician's job will start Okay, and that requires various processing of the case. So for the processing, the case record first of all should be neatly written. It should furnish all the necessary information so that the physician will be arriving at analysis and evaluation of symptoms, then further form the totality of symptoms, and then the selection of the simillimum will be done. Okay, so what is the instruction given in now aphorism number 85? How to write down in the case record? He will write down one below other. He will first whatever the symptoms narrated by patient, if he requires that he wants the further detailed information, he will add later on. Then symptoms are arranged nicely and in neat and tidy fashion so that it is easy to look for important symptoms. The physician can add the data afterwards. So the further processing of the case is getting easy. Like what? You have to arrive at diagnosis, the disease diagnosis, as well as remedy diagnosis, do the analysis and evaluation of symptom, do the Hahnemann's classification of disease, okay, and then further the form the totality of symptoms, form the repertorial totality, and select the remedy. Okay, so all this processing can be done successfully only if the first part of recording of data is done in a perfect, complete way. Okay, so we proceed further. So in 86, again the instructions to the physician continues. So after the narration from the patient and his attendants, physician draws, analyzes more precise information in utmost details. Now the narration from the patient is over, the narration from his attendants, relatives, friends is over, and now the third part comes into play. That is, physician draws and analyzes now more precise information in utmost details. Okay, so that he completes the picture of the patient's sufferings and come to totality of symptoms. So how does he furnish the remaining more precise information to complete the data? So he will inquire into time modalities, then he will inquire into the onset, duration, and progress of the symptoms. Patient narrates the history of his sufferings. Then physician completes the history from the patient's side and his relative side. And now is the turn of physician. The physician reads all the symptoms one by one, and any detailed information he is missing, he asks and does the further inquiry. Okay, so he will complete it by asking at the end, because in the 84 aphorism only Dr. Hahnemann has told us that physician will not interrupt the patient because it will break the chain of thoughts of the patient's narration. So he will not allow the himself to stop the patient in between. He will allow the patient to talk freely, spontaneously, so that the information is received as in the form of original picture of disease in the patient's own words. However, the patient describes about his sensations, the originality of the patient's sensation will be received by the physician only if he doesn't interrupt the patient in between. So the physician reads all the symptoms one by one, and then he starts inquiring about the further details. Okay, so this details are related to what, how it is related. All of you know that we are the definition of complete symptom is with respect to the symptom will be having location, sensation, modality and associated factors, that is concomitants, which I have highlighted in the red color at the end of the slide. So the instructions continues now. Okay, so how the physician will go about it, what is the exact nature of the event means what, whatever the sufferings of the patient, what is the exact nature and what is the circumstance in which these sufferings arises, the kind of sensation, the exact nature of pain, and what period this sensation occurs. Did the pain occur in fits, that is in between, in means it is continuously or it is in between, at what time the symptom occurred, while on medicine or after stopping the medicine the symptom occurred, how long did the symptom last, what time it was present, and what position ameliorated or aggravated the symptom. So all these detailed inquiry must be furnished by the physician. So physician completes detailed inquiry about location. Now what does the location gives the importance to the parts, organs and tissues, and how the modalities are described. So the in the previous slide we saw that the exact nature of event, the circumstance, then we have seen the time of its presence and the positions which are giving the relief and what is the duration of the symptom. So the location will give you the parts, organs and tissues, and whereas modalities will provide the information of how the sufferings are present, when the sufferings are present, and with what position, with what condition the symptoms are better or worse, and what is the exact sensation, that is nature and character of pain. So what is the exact sensation, is it burning pain, is it throbbing pain, is it cutting pain. So what is the exact nature of pain, what is the exact intensity of pain. So physician completes the detailed inquiry about all these factors such as location, sensation and modalities. Okay, and the concomitants. And what are concomitants? All of you are well aware about the definition of concomitants. These are the symptoms which are present along with the chief complaint, but they are not related in the pathophysiological way. So say thirst increase during cough is a concomitant. Okay, weakness not proportion in the patient suffering from just coryza is a concomitant symptom, that is its presence along with chief complaint but does not have any pathophysiological relationship. Okay, so this is regarding the discussion on the instruction to the physician. So from the beginning it may appear very simple and superficial, but now being in the final year where you are now ready to do the field work, actually taking the cases of the patient, I have taken in the minute details how the physician should prepare the case record so that he completes the detailed inquiry, and which will facilitate him to build a correct truthful picture of the disease. So fidelity in tracing the picture of disease. So what for we are doing this detailed discussion, so that a physician can arrive at the totality of symptoms, the true picture of the disease, and which will facilitate the selection of the simillimum. Okay, so you go through this presentation again and again, and this is very vital. The case taking question is always asked in the theory papers, as well as some minute details are also asked in the vivas. So you should learn properly that each aphorism, how it is vital, and what precise knowledge it gives, and so that we are on our journey to become a expert homeopath, so that we are able to do this, practice this true healing art, that is homeopathy, so that we restore the sick to health. That is our mission, don't forget. So all these things should be kept in mind very well. So now we are on a journey. We are going to form the true picture of the disease, that is totality of symptoms, for the selection of the simillimum. Okay, so we are on a journey. Now next presentation is the type of the questions physician should frame and ask the patient. Okay, so that I will continue in the next presentation. Thank you.